Hi guys, this is my second video. I wanted to talk to you guys about saving money at office stores and just encouraging you guys to be as resourceful as possible and to consider some of your options with regard to crafts, office supplies, and saving. Tonight I am working on some thank you notes. I usually make all of my own cards. Sometimes if I'm running last minute or a little backed up, I'll go to the store and buy a card. But generally I make all of my holiday cards, Christmas, Easter, thank you notes, get well cards, and so forth. And people really appreciate it. But anyway, when I was making this card, I realized that I did not have an envelope that would fit this. So I was going through my stuff and I found a bunch of these very large document envelopes, and it reminded me of when I actually purchased these. I purchased these a couple years ago at Staples, and I paid $2 for a box of 500. It was a large box, and it was like 15 pounds or so. And the reason why I only paid $2 for it is at the top, these envelopes are damaged. I cannot use these as they are. However, they are so large, I can cut them down. I can use them for packaging. I've used it for packaging at Christmas time, eBay, and so forth. So I looked at these and I said, well, I might as well make a envelope out of this. It was either that or just using a file folder. So I, cut the bottom part off and I taped it up, and now I have an envelope. And like I said, I had about 250, actually 500 of these, but I split it up and gave the rest to work, and I'm actually running out of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Staples and Office Depot, and I'm going to ask the store manager, excuse me, do you have any envelopes, packaging supplies, and so forth that's damaged in the back? A lot of times they will be very happy to go in the back and look for you. And pretty much all stores have a section with their damaged goods, which they have to return to the manufacturer. This requires a loss on the as far as the manufacturer goes. This was probably a store brand, so it's the actual store that takes a loss. It requires paperwork, shipping it back and forth. Requires a lot of time. So generally, store managers are going to be willing to give you a discounted price. I have received carpets, a $200 carpet from Home Depot for $25 by using this, system. And a lot of times I've received clothing. I've received clothing at stores where the button is missing, but there's extra buttons attached to the clothing. I'm willing to pay 25% of the original cost and to take the 2 minutes to sew on a button. So that's just something I want to let you guys know. That is an option. I have used this theory, whatever you want to call it. I've used this practice at Office Depot, at Staples, AC Moore, Home Depot, Dots, clothing store, and a couple other clothing stores. You can pretty much apply this anywhere. It's possible that even grocery stores would be willing to give you items, canned goods that might have a dent in it and so forth. That might be a little iffy. Store managers may not feel comfortable providing food that is essentially damaged, because of any sort of health risk. I don't know. It all depends on what you're willing to do. But I assure you, if you go up to the manager, they're probably more than likely willing to help you. And the worst that they can say is no, or that they don't have it. One last thing while I'm mentioning that, with regard to boxes, moving boxes and shipping boxes, with eBay, a lot of times I ship for free, or I ship very low. If I know something is going to cost $5, I'll usually still list it for $3 shipping, because I want the item to sell. So I don't necessarily want to have to go to Walmart and buy a package of boxes for $3. A lot of stores actually nowadays do charge for this shipping. In fact, they actually have to put it in the inventory, the boxes that they're no longer using for their products, and send it back to the manufacturer. I'm not sure what the purpose of that is, because of the because it's usually damaged. But anyway, that's what a lot of stores do. I'll tell you that BJ's Wholesale has carts full of boxes for free. You can ask, it's very common, you can ask them, store manager, if they don't have any, when they expect to have some. And also the dollar store. The dollar store does allow me, when they're in their inventory stage, packing and unloading products, they do allow me to take the boxes. The only thing that they ask is that you approach the manager first. You ask ahead of time, and you show them how many that you are receiving. Sometimes they want to check it, make sure you don't have an item stuffed away in there, whatever. I deal with them all the time on a regular basis, and I don't have a problem. So those are my tips with regard to packing supplies, and another way that you can save money at different stores. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.